Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the brand new episode of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. We back at it where we last stopped. So we are back at our house, I guess, apartment. So now we have some more things to do. So we also painted a picture of what could possibly be. So if I'm not mistaken, we can do this, which can be the syndicate kill done, which kind of makes sense to me more. We can do partial theft, which doesn't match up, but then if we do this, the sect is not involved, and we also do this, then it could be possibly white. So I'm not sure what to do, but what is left for this final case, and this probably is going to be the final episode of this case, and the last case is going to be in the next episode, which for some reason, and I'm not really sure how it goes, but we only have 3 suspects in the future case. So I'm not really sure what to expect, and I don't know how big the last case will be, but the last case will be live streamed on my YouTube channel. I don't know when, I don't know what time, but we will see. So let's go to the Kew Garden and let's ask, or let's paint a picture for the last time who could have been an impossible killer, and then paint a picture and let's see and let's discuss the possible killer. For me, my personal opinion about this, my personal opinion about this is that this guy associated with this guy, so the Green Grand Mystic and Martin Hamish are together in this, and they killed Mr. Dunn, whatever the fuck his name is. I think that's the case here, but we need to see. Let's talk to all of them once again before then is it.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
No activity that morning?
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Okay. So, he was sent to Albert, his son, at around 9:30, he said. He appeared quite calm. What in the morning? After paying multiple visits to Albert, they had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly, I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, 4 hours late in the morning. Okay. So 9:30 he met him, 10:30 he was not feeling well.
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. These Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
Which kind of makes sense, right?
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh, my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Huh. Interesting. Where is Miss White? This is gonna be hard to confess. Really hard. Where is she? What the heck?
See.
Ah, there you are. Okay. Let's talk to her.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Thank you, miss.
Sometime later?
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
Uh-huh. Wait, what? So, inhaling the spores, right? Inhaling the spores, escaping the room. Yeah, right, kinda makes sense. Oh! It kinda makes sense because the alkaloids
When Montague Dunn was
dropped in
standing
the
close
thing.
by the plants, the caterpillars were
caterpillar.
released and caused the deadly spores
Yeah.
to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
How are we gonna do that?
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Well, how do I do it? Wait, what the fuck? Where is the ventilation system going? Jesus, wait, what? Somewhere outside, but I can't reach it, which is a problem. Go this way. Yeah, we have this part. Okay, wait. Oh! Oh, nice. Uh-huh.
The power is on. The engine cannot be started whilst... The engine has started. The power... The ventilation system is working.
Uh-huh. Anything?
Now we need to see if we can activate the fans from Mr. Hamish's and Albert's space.
What do you mean the fans? I don't get it. From Albert's place. Huh. Interesting. I don't get it. Oh.
Here it is. Cylinder.
Okay, I will listen to that later, but let's do the thing. Wait a minute, let's do the thing. He says launch the ventilation system. It's hard. Huh? Wait. There's the ventilation system. Oh, nice here.
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
Where is the other one? That's the question. He's going to the seed house. Bingo. But nothing special happened.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
Okay.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
So you're saying it was 3 of them? Basically doing all this stuff. Wait a minute, you're telling me it's only possible to see from his place? This is strange. Hey, but let's listen to the thing and let's call it a date. This is gonna be, I wanna have it for like the last thing. I wanna have this on the live stream. I wanna finish this big case for like, there's now for how much long, like 6 episodes or 3, 4. I wanna do it on the live stream, but let's just listen to the tape and let's call it a day, okay? And we are gonna do it on the live stream, the end of this and the beginning of the next one. Let's just listen to the thing about recording.
plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory, as she told us.
But the thing is, she was in the laboratory, but if I'm not mistaken... Wait, is this the laboratory? Yeah, it is. Oh, fuck. So it has to be someone else, right? It could possibly be that it was Mr. Dunn, Albert, and the Chinese dude all in one and together in this shit. I'm not really sure, but we'll guys see in the next case probably tomorrow. Next episode, not case. So a big thumbs up, leave a subscribe. We are so close to 1.8 thousand. If you can, please drop the sub button and drop me a like on this episode. And I'm really curious who could be a possible killer and who is the murderer. It is more people for sure. My own predictions is White is not a suspect to me, at least. I think it was Albert, the other guy, Hamish or what the fuck his name is, and the Chinese dude, all together killing him and taking over the place. I'm not really sure, but we can see what happened in the next episode. It will probably be a live stream, so tune in. We will finish Holmes in the next live stream, which will be this or next week. Thank you so much and see you guys in the next one.